No matter what's going on in our world today, you can still achieve your goals and build your magnificent dream life. Welcome to Designing Your Life Today, the podcast filled with strategies designed to inspire and help you achieve your goals. Get the results you desire and feel the power of true success by using our tips for building a successful home business while building a quality lifestyle. I'm your host, goal achievement strategist and business coach, Pat Council, and I share information to help you realize that you are built by design to win. Now is the time to start using what you have to build better health, generate wealth, and to attract empowering relationships. Get ready to achieve because it's your time to do life with power. Welcome to Designing Your Life Today. I'm goal achievement strategist and business coach, Pat Council. And I want to talk about finding value in comparing yourself to others. You know, we do that a lot. And so I want to talk about how it can help you instead of hurt you. Whether we want to admit it or not, there's always someone that we're looking at or someone that we see and we think, wow, he has it all together or she has it all together. And I wish I could be more like him or her. And the thing about that is we don't like to admit that we do that, but we do it. But however, it's important not to get constantly caught up in comparing yourself to others. Now, even though you might be doing that, if you are, then guess what? Find some value in it. And so I'm going to talk about how you can find some value in comparing yourself to others, because there's some value to that. And everything is a matter of perspective. Now, I want to say this again. It is important not to get constantly caught up in comparing yourself to others. And we do that. But before I give you these strategies for using this type of comparison, for using this to help you instead of hurt you, then I want to share a little story with you guys. You know, I've done that. I've compared myself to others. And I think back to when I was in real estate. Before I became a top producer, I was a rookie and I needed money. So the thing is that I would see these top producers. I would go to some of the real estate events, and the conferences and some of the meetings. And I would see these top real estate producers. And when I saw these producers, and they had the nice cars and they dressed, they were so sharp, so pristine, so what I call crisp, to the point where nothing was out of place. Their hair was perfect. The clothing was perfect and everything flowed. And also they had such confidence, or they exuded confidence. And even when I was not at the conferences or the meetings, even at my office, I would see the top producers and they were so good at handling their customers, at handling all of their transactions. And I have to be honest, I wanted to be just like them. But you know what? I wasn't. I didn't dress like them. I didn't carry myself like them. And I think I had some confidence, but not like theirs. Okay. So I wanted to be like them. So here's the thing. I compared myself to them, and you know what? It made me feel inadequate. And I think that's the reason why we're often told not to compare ourselves to someone. So I think there's a kind of a fine line there. You can look at someone and you could admire, what they bring to the table, or how they carry themselves, or how they look, or even their level of professionalism. So you can look at that person and you can admire these things. However, when you start to feel inadequate, then at that point, you're kind of talking yourself down instead of talking yourself up. So I did feel inadequate, but I turned that around and I kind of tapped into my optimism, and I said, you know what? they're not doing anything that I'm not capable of doing. So that's when I decided to learn what I needed to learn and do what I needed to do to become a top producing realtor. See, a lot of times we look at people and we kind of want their lives, so to speak, and based on what we see. Because we never know what's going on behind closed doors. But based on what we see, we kind of go, oh, you know what? I want that. So that can lead to feelings of inadequacy. That can lead you to becoming jealous of the person. And those things will not help you. So I think that's why we're often told not to compare ourselves to someone, because it kind of goes into an area where we're being a bit covetous because we want their life. So I think the object of the game here, you guys, is to find the value if you are doing it, because I don't know of anybody who hasn't done that. Okay. So, and I can't, there are probably some people who haven't done it, but I don't know of anybody who hasn't done it. I've heard people say it to me. I've heard people say it about others, and they're saying, wow, they are so together. I don't think I could ever be like that person. How do they do that? That's amazing. How did they make all of that happen? And so we position ourselves to start making excuses as to why we can't have that, why we're not capable, why we're not on that level. However, as I said, if you're going to compare yourself to someone, let's put some value to it. Let's get something out of that. So I'm going to share some strategies and for bringing out the value in the fact that you're comparing yourself to someone. And so you will feel, in other words, you won't feel inadequate when you're doing it. You will say, okay, you'll look at it differently from a different perspective. You'll say, okay, this is why I'm doing this, and this is what I'm going to pull out of that so that I can get to where it is I desire to be in my life. So here's the first thing. When you find yourself comparing yourself to someone else, take a moment to examine the feelings of inadequacy. So whatever it is you're feeling, if you feel inadequate, kind of embrace that for the moment and be honest about what you're feeling. See, jealousy pops up when we're not really honest about what we're feeling. Jealousy pops up when on some level we've allowed this to kind of infect our confidence, and we're not willing to admit certain things about ourselves. And this is where you want to take a moment and examine those feelings of inadequacy and be honest about how you feel. Now, this is really beneficial because when you can do that, now this becomes an internal prompting that there's more to you than you think. See, when we feel jealous or when we feel inadequate, there's something in us that's saying not just that, oh, I want their life, or I want that person's capabilities, I want that person's looks, I want to have a body like that person, I want to dress like them and have all their material things. It's not just about that. There's something in you that's telling you, listen, you find this to be nice. You like this, what this person is displaying, or what you see when you look at this person, or when you deal with this person, or when you talk to this person. Okay, you like how smart they are. You like all of these things. What it's saying to you is that you have the exact same capability. There's something in you because you see the difference. What you see is that they've done the work. That's what you see. And what you feel is that perhaps you feel like you don't have the confidence to step up and do the work. Or if you did it and fail, how would you feel? Or what would that do to you? Listen, in life, you've got to take some risks, you guys. That's just all there is to it. So take a look at that and examine those feelings of inadequacy, because this is an internal prompting that there's more to you than you think, that you are not living up to your own potential. When we wish for someone else's level of success, it's in us to achieve that level also, if not more. Okay, here's another strategy. Identify what you see in that person that you wish you had. What part of them would you like to be like? What would you like to bring into your life? In other words, what characteristics are they displaying that you find to be really, let's say, really attractive to you, to the point where you're saying, wow, if I could carry myself like that, or if I could talk like that, or if I could handle situations like that. So what characteristics are you admiring about that person? And when it comes to their physique, what is it about that person that you admire? Now, I got to throw in a caveat here. If this person is like 6 feet and you are like me, 5'3", wishing you were taller. If you're female, heels might take care of that. If you're a guy, I don't know, you could put some lifts in your shoes, but you know what? I'm loving the 5'3" package that I'm in. So if you're looking at a person from that perspective, you might want to do a little work on your confidence and perhaps some work on your gratitude. Be grateful for how God made you. One thing I've discovered about being 5'3" is that when I'm around certain tall people, especially guys, they don't like to bend down. As they, get a little bit older, they don't like to bend down because it's harder on their knees. Me, I'm 5'3". I don't have that far to go. I can just reach down, grab something that falls, put it up, pick it up, and keep going. So it doesn't bother me. Okay. And that's on a small scale. But the thing about that is you don't have to justify your height, whether you're tall, whether you're short, because it's the other way around sometimes. Sometimes tall people look at short people and go, wow, what a nice, cute package that person came in. And I wish I was a little bit shorter, because everybody's always calling me nicknames like Stretch and making comparisons, comparing me to a giraffe and these kinds of things. So the point is, if you're looking at someone's physique, start by appreciating your own physique and recognize why you are that height. Okay. What can you do with all that? All right. I'm 5'3", a 5'3" ball of fire. Okay. Full of power, full of excitement and loving life. So regardless of height, you can adopt that. Okay. You can adopt that feeling. So look at the characteristics and don't get too hung up on the looks and the physique. Now, if they have their hair nicely done, or a nice haircut, their makeup is done to perfection, that's something, yes, that you can emulate, or you can learn how to do that. The other thing is, take a look. When you're looking at all of these qualities, are you thinking, wow, they're so smart, and I wish I was that smart? Here's the thing about wishing, you guys. You are smart. There's something in you that's saying, listen, you're smart. You just have to figure out your area of smartness. I'm smart in certain areas. You're smart in certain areas. And I've met some people that, especially scientists, we consider them to be smart at the highest level, but that's not true. It's all relative, you guys, about having these kinds of smarts. See, there are times when a scientist who writes a book and they want it to become a bestseller, guess what? They go out and hire people who are really good at marketing. So that person in that respect is smarter in that area. So you want to really get to know you and take a look at you. But this is the value that you can pull out of that. When you identify what you see in the person that you wish you had, this can help you become closer to yourself. In other words, by really examining you and understanding what it is you have, what it is you're capable of, and what it is you've been denying about yourself. This is going to give you insight into your gifts and your talents. All right, here's another one. You want to feel optimistic about your ability to learn what you need to learn and what you need to do to get to where it is you really want to be. So think about that when it comes to you feeling that, those feelings of optimism. See, we have to be careful when we're comparing ourselves to someone. We look at the downside of things, all of the things that we're not. But you know what? Look, become more optimistic. Turn that around and change your perspective and say, you know what? I feel optimistic because everything that they are, I don't want to be exactly like them, but I can rise to that level where I'm confident in life and confident with the level I'm on, and confident because I'm now using my gifts and talents to build this life that I see. I see this a lot where people bash today we're kind of in this era, I guess, where we are bashing the wealthy and we complain about rich people and we put them down, and we think that for whatever reason they should pay more taxes, give more money than the rest of the class. Listen, when we're thinking like that, what you're saying is you don't feel like you're capable of rising up. And I don't care who tells you what. And yes, I'm picking on the politicians. When they start to talk down to you and set these policies that you're broke and poor and incapable, don't buy into that. Don't buy into that. Look at their lives. They're not broke. They're not poor. They're not incapable. They're not starving. Okay. They're rich, but they're telling you that you're not capable. So don't buy into that. The only thing that allows you to buy into what you're not capable of doing is when you compare yourself to someone and allow it to attack your confidence, and you convince you that you're not good enough. You are good enough. You have more than enough inside to get you started so that you can get on that journey. Does that mean that you don't need to learn some new things? Absolutely, you need to learn new things. This is why you're looking at this person, comparing yourself to that person, and wishing that you had what they had, because they've been there, done that. So they've achieved. And on some level, you want to travel that road, but you have to take the time to learn what you need to learn. Invest in you. I'm going to just say it. Stop turning your life over to a group of people who are pretty much self-serving. It's all about them, because think about it now. They have tons of money, right? All right. They have chauffeurs to drive them around when they want them to. But do you? No. So the point that I'm getting to you guys is, if you're going to compare yourself to someone, don't compare yourself to someone and put yourself down. Compare yourself to someone and then think about what you're capable of so that you can become more optimistic about what the gifts that you have so that you can lift yourself up. That's what it's about. All right, here's our final point. You want to tap into your confidence by identifying your authenticity and seeing where the qualities that you've admired in whomever or whoever those people are, that person and those people are. You want to see where those qualities fit. Where do they fit as it relates to you being you? So you can keep your own personality, because we all have our little own personality quirks, things that set us apart, things that make us different. So you can actually say, hey, I want to be a great singer. So you pick a singer, you compare yourself to that singer, you even emulate that singer, and you even work at singing exactly like that singer. That's fine. But guess what? If you have the talent and the gift for singing, you have your own distinct voice. Think about all the singers out there who are making music, who are very popular, who are very famous, who are very rich, or give the appearance that they're very rich. Think about them. Look at their lives and listen to their music. You can close your eyes and you can listen to 5 different singers who are successful, and you will hear 5 distinct different sounds, different voices. So you have your own distinct sound, your own distinct way of being. But in order for you to bring that out, you've got to tap into your confidence and identify your authenticity, and then figure out where those qualities fit. Okay, so the quality, you have your own voice, but the quality that you perhaps want to adopt from them is to learn, how to have stage presence. See, that's a quality that you can learn. So think about these things and put things into perspective when it comes to your life. Here's the thing, as we wrap up. When you bring your authenticity forward, you will stop comparing yourself to others. And it's okay to compare in the beginning, just to pull things out so that you can piece you together. Okay. But at some point you will stop comparing yourself to them, because now you're going to be among the ranks. You're going to become in that one of them, so to speak. So you'll stop comparing yourself to them and you're going to embrace who you are, but you will still be able to use what you've learned from being connected to that person or seeing something that you admire about that person. So this is how you find value in comparing yourself to others, and how you can use that behavior to help you instead of hurt you, instead of bringing you down and bringing your confidence down to another level and making you feel like you're inadequate. Hey, even if you want to be a politician, look at the politician that you most admire, and then you can decide, what is it I like about this person? What is it I don't like? Now, the qualities that you do like, you need to look at yourself and see, are these some qualities that I would like to develop or need to develop? Obviously, if you want to be more like that person, you want to develop some of those qualities. But what is it about me that makes me different? What is it I'm bringing to the table? Because understand this, I remember, and this is a last quick story, you guys. I remember watching, American Idol once, and there was a singer, and she was a really great singer, and she was, I believe, trying to imitate Whitney Houston. And so Simon Cowell was on the show at the time. And one of the things he asked her is, why did you sing that song? And she says, because I want to be like Whitney Houston, and I sound like Whitney Houston. And he looked at her and he said, yeah, but Whitney is already famous and Whitney Houston sounds like Whitney Houston. But I need to know what you sound like. I need to know who you are. I need to hear your voice. So pick another song, not by Whitney Houston, and sing it. So he gave her a second chance. And then, of course, when she sang, she was amazing. So I want you to think about that when it comes to how your own authenticity and how capable you really are. And if you have challenges, if you say, well, you know what, I wish I was more confident and I want to make these things happen, then I have a free program that can kind of help you get started. It's called Bringing Out Your Magnificence. You'll find the link in the show notes at designingyourlifetoday.com/podcast. Just click on today's show and check out the show notes, the resources, and you can listen to it. It's absolutely free. I also have another course called Facing You, and Facing You, it is priced really low, you guys. So you can check that out. You can decide if you want to participate in that course. It's totally up to you. Now, Facing You is about confidence. It's about finding your confidence, building your confidence, and becoming that strong, amazing person that you've always wanted to be. That person that you wanted to be so that you can achieve all of the goals that you set, so that you can build your dream life. Listen, I don't care what's going on out here today. This is not the first time in history there have been chaos and crisis going on throughout our world. And you know what? We've always overcome them, but we overcome them when we rise to a higher level. And so if you need to rise to that higher level, then I want you to check out the free course, Bringing Out Your Magnificence. And of course, you can make the decision if you want to participate in the course Facing You. Well, with that being said, you guys, that's all I have for you today. Know that you have what it takes, because you are built by design to win, and you are here to do life with power. It's your time to do life with power. So let's make it happen.